Hello everybody, welcome back to another Pokemon news update presented by the Game House. I'm Rob, and we have a lot of actual news that has come out today. We'll still take a look at some leaks, some rumors, some things that we're seeing as well, but I'm really excited to be jumping into some actual news from Pokemon. It's been a pretty rough year in terms of actually getting any news updates or, really anything for us at all, because we're gonna probably have to wait till Pokemon Day for most of the next updates on what's going on with the Pokemon franchise. But we do have some stuff that I'm really excited to talk about today. We're gonna be talking about TCG Pocket had a few things. There are some leaks about the Nintendo Switch 2 that I want to talk about as well, so make sure you stick around till the very end. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you end up enjoying this video. If you enjoy Pokemon content as well, that's why you should be hitting that subscribe button. We've got Let's Plays coming out, tier lists, answering questions that may have been burning in you, news updates, all the above. If you like Pokemon, I'm trying to make sure that we're putting out Pokemon content on a daily basis. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are so far on Pokemon TCG Pocket. I've been really enjoying it quite a bit, to say the least. I know a lot of my friends and family have been enjoying it as well. It feels a lot like Pokemon Go to a certain extent, with how much people are kind of just getting into it, even if they're not the biggest Pokemon fans. So, and the money speaks too. They're making millions upon millions of dollars. I think it's already made over $200 million as of the recording of this episode. So, yeah, it's definitely fun, and that's where we're going to be starting today. So let's hop into it here. We have been hearing rumors that we were going to get a new booster pack or a new pack for people to open in December, and then we'd be getting a whole new set sometime in January, and it looks like that rumor is holding true so far. Just announced today, glad I did this news update on a Thursday, is the new Mythical Island booster pack. So this is going to have a lot of new Pokemon in it. We don't know exactly how many yet. I'm sure later throughout the day it will be revealed, but it looked to be at least like 40 to 50 new cards, which is kind of crazy considering, the first three already had about 200 plus. So very excited to be getting this. I'm interested to see if they will continue with this Mythical Island theme as we get into the new set, if this is truly just going to be a one-off, right? I really don't know yet, but it's going to be available very soon. Depending on when you watch this video, it's going to be available within the next 5 days, which is pretty incredible that they're surprising us with something that's coming out so soon. So very excited for that. You're not going to want to miss it. If you're not already playing Pokemon Pocket, I would highly suggest it. Again, it's a lot of fun. I think you should take a look at it. Up next, we have as well that Pokemon Pocket's already up for a game award, which will be happening tonight, December 12th. It's up for one of the mobile game titles of the year, and there are a lot of other good games that are going to be out there for sure, but I think Pokemon TCG Pocket may end up winning, honestly. I know it was a latecomer. We were fortunate enough to be able to vote, and our ballot was due, I think, early November, late October, something like that. So this game was really only out for a couple of weeks at most before all the voting ended up having to be done. So I'm really interested to see, how it did. We didn't vote for this award specifically, so that's why I don't know what the exact examples are and how that kind of works. Obviously, we're very honored to be able to vote for the Game Awards here at the Game House, but it is going to be interesting to see whether or not this game can pull it out already after only being out for a few months. I mean, there are going to be games that have been out for pretty much the entire year that are not going to end up winning this award. So it is a Pokemon game. You expect it to do well, but this one has been, I think, even a bit of a surprise probably for the Pokemon Company with how much money they're making and how popular it's been. Also, it looks as though it's either only going to happen in China, which seems to happen a lot for games nowadays, or it's going to be coming to us as well. But it looks like there's potentially at some point going to be a Pokemon TCG Pocket and a Pokemon Unite crossover. Now, I should say, I don't know if this is for sure just going to be TCG Pocket or if it's going to be the trading card game at this point, but you can see the logo here for Pokemon TCG or for Pokemon Unite. Then we got the other part here, And, we've got the Zera Aura cards, which, you can see the Pokemon Unite logo up there in the middle, on the sides, all that kind of stuff. So, there's just a lot of new stuff coming out for the TCG game. There's a lot of new Pokemon cards that are going to be coming out. Apparently, it's saying down here that this was released 3 weeks ago. So I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen it at least coming to the United States yet. I don't know if it's in any other regions, but I did think that this was worth pointing out as well. And, you can just tell, like, they're putting a ton of time into not only the TCG, but into TCG Pocket. And, it's a very good, I don't know, it's a very good game. It's very good to see that they're putting in that sort of effort. Now, we're going to go on to the last bit of actual news here. Pokemon is partnering with Aardman for, I believe it's going to be a show that's going to be coming out in 2027. So this will be, a while off, right? 3 years at least from now, if it was to come out at the end of 2027. So a little bit of a weird announcement for them to make. But here's the thing is, this is the first news that we've gotten about a future project in a while. And if you didn't know who Aardman is, they're the people who make Wallace and Gromit, right? So that claymation style is going to be very interesting. You can even see it right here as they made the Pokeball for it. There are a lot of really beloved, kids titles and stuff that have Aardman as the animators for it. It definitely takes a while to make. I'm sure that they only just got the deal done and they figured that they would give us at least something to chew on before we head into Pokemon Day next year. I'm sure we'll probably get more information either on Pokemon Day, well, sometime in the next 3 Pokemon Days, I should say. It's either going to be the 2025, the 30th anniversary one on 2026, or it's going to be 2027. It is an interesting project, and I really would not hate seeing the world of Pokemon in clay. I feel like that could be a lot of fun. Claymation has always held a special place in my heart, so I'm really excited to see that potentially coming to fruition as well. The next one is one that we're actually going to cover in another video coming out. I believe it's next week. Be on the lookout for it. But I've been thinking to myself, like, why hasn't Pokemon made a TFT auto battler type game for a while now? I've been wanting to make that video pretty much all year. And then El Chico Eevee, one of the more known leakers for Pokemon content, threw this out there. Pokemon Unite China. Seems like we will have an auto chess game mode, kind of like TFT from League. Again, if you want my full thoughts on this, I've already recorded and uploaded the video. I just don't know what day it's coming out yet. It's going to be a Tuesday, either next week or the following week. But this video, like this opportunity to be a part of the auto chess, auto battler community, I guess, genre for Pokemon, just makes way too much sense. They, the other auto battlers like TFT, Dota Auto Chess, right? They came from MOBAs. They use those units, they use those models, animations, all that kind of stuff to make the games. It's a pretty natural progression for this, so I 100% could see this happening. I just hope it's not only in China, because I really believe that this could be a huge moneymaker for Pokemon, and it's one that I think it would be a shame for them to miss out on. So if you want to get, again, more in-depth, like deeper dive sorts of thoughts on it from me, you could check out another video that I have coming out sometime in the next week or so. But I'm very excited about this opportunity, like if they end up actually making this game. And I really think that, like, I'm a pretty avid TFT player myself. I play every single set. I'm fortunate enough to be part of the playtesting group for that. So for the most part, at least for the last, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 sets, I think, something like that. So I really enjoy doing it. I love playing TFT. I do it all the time. And if they had a Pokemon version, it would definitely challenge for my time when it comes to auto chess, auto battlers, because TFT is the cream of the crop for sure. But if there's a company that could challenge them, I think it's Pokemon, especially with all the different Pokemon characters we have. The fact that you could put it on mobile, the fact that you could put it on Switch very easily, the fact that you could do it on PC really easily. It's a healthy, growing community for those types of games as well, and it would not shock me at all to see Pokemon finally getting into that. The last little bit here is not necessarily Pokemon related. It is Nintendo Switch 2 related, but I do think that it is very important for us as Pokemon fans because it gives us a little bit more of a window, a glimpse into when a game like Pokemon Legends ZA could be coming out. So, Central Leaks puts out, according to insider Nate Drake, he has heard that Nintendo is planning a Switch 2 event for May. However, the initial reveal should be before then, January or February. Console is planned for a May-June launch. So, this is good and bad, right? We have already known that we were going to be hearing about it. Not known. We've had rumors, and I think we've talked about it even on this. We've definitely talked about it on one of these news updates. That January seems a very likely time for them to be making the Nintendo Switch 2 like official announcement. As for the launch date, I have seen rumors that it would be March. The latest one that I've seen here is June. I think it could realistically even potentially, depending on their own release cycle, right? I could see it happening for the holidays just to get people really excited about it. But I think people are tired of waiting, to be honest with you. I think they really would like for the Switch 2 to finally come out. I think it would be a great time for a new console. I also think that it'd be a great time because then there are a lot of really good games that people have been waiting for, most specifically to us, Pokemon Legends ZA. And I have almost 100% certainty that unless if Pokemon really breaks from what Nintendo is doing, right, and does their own thing and launches just for Pokemon Legends ZA on the Nintendo Switch 1 and then says, hey, we're going to launch a Nintendo Switch 2 version of it later, I think that this, and potentially a Kirby game it looks like, are going to be, and I believe the Samus game as well, Metroid game, I think that those are going to be the launch games for the Nintendo Switch 2. I think a lot of people, you're not getting a Smash. It doesn't sound like we're not going to be getting a Legend of Zelda, right? Because we've already had a few different games for that. And maybe there will be a Mario game, but it feels like there have been a lot of those that have come out semi-recently as well. So, and I believe there's a Donkey Kong Country game potentially coming out as well. So there's I think they're going to be using the non-Mario, Zelda IPs, Link IPs specifically, to be launching this new system. And I think Pokemon's got to be their banner one. It's got to be the one that hits the hardest because I think that will get the most people to buy a Nintendo Switch 2. I know that it's going to have me very interested. I may be a day one purchaser of the Nintendo Switch 2 if it's going to take such a big graphical step, processing step up. And I think that this means that more than likely, if Legends ZA, if this is coming out in May or June, which is a normal time, like normal release cycles for games are, kind of in that January-ish, early January time, sometime around June, and then we get the, later year stuff. Everything in between is, you'll occasionally see some big things come out in a March as well, or if it's Pokemon, a February, but for the most part, we get stuff in kind of those, every 4 to 6 months for most of the big games of the year, getting ready for things like the summer, right? And Nintendo Switch 2 released during the summer would make a lot of sense. Thus, a Pokemon Legends ZA game getting released then would make sense too, which would be a huge bummer because I really was banking on the rumor of the Switch 2 being revealed in January, released in March, because I've also been seeing a lot about how it's in mass production already. There are a ton of things that are being leaked about it right now, in terms of peripherals and controllers and grips and stuff that are coming out for it. So I am hoping, praying that it's going to be March because I just don't know if I want to wait another 6 months for a new Pokemon game to come out. But based on the fact that we've basically heard nothing about Legends ZA, it would make way more sense for it to come out in the May-June slot area time compared to the March timeline, but which would allow them to then, reveal a whole bunch of it on Pokemon Day in February. So I don't know. I didn't mean to ramble so much on that one, but this is the most important part to getting a new Pokemon game is getting the next Nintendo Switch to come out. The Pokemon Company and Nintendo obviously are still very intertwined, and it's just It's just such a bummer that we have to continue to wait. I mean, we will go at that point. I think it'll be 2.5 years plus, potentially, maybe like 2 years and 7 or 8 months, almost 3 full years since we will have gotten a full-on brand new Pokemon game, which will be some of the longest time periods we've gone in a really long time since basically the beginning of Pokemon. So, I hope that we're wrong. We'll have to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if you think that I'm just completely off base. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and, you know, take them into consideration when considering other videos like this as well. So make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And, you know, if you like Pokemon content, like I said, subscribe because we got a ton of it coming out. But that's going to wrap it up for us on this news and leaks, rumors, everything update. So with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.